in the car on an adventure. Woo! This is exciting. We haven't been on an adventure in a very long time, and we love a good adventure in our family. We're just on a day trip. We're going up to Vegas, which is very close to where we live. We actually just crossed the Arizona border, but today we surprised the boys and told them we're taking them to Vegas to go to the Pokemon convention, which they're super pumped about. They've never been to anything like that before, and they're big Pokemon fans. And I think they thought we were telling them a story when we told them. I took a clip of it, but I don't know if I'm gonna include it. I have to see. People were in undies, so we just need to see what was in the clip I took. But if I didn't include it, they were excited. They didn't believe us. I told them by telling or asking, you know, the girl that you ask like weather questions and stuff. I don't want to say her name because I don't want to set yours off. And I asked her to tell me what the weather was in Vegas and if it was a good day to go to a Pokemon convention. And they were like, what? What? And Carson kept saying, you're lying. I don't believe you. We're not going. You're joking. But here we are. We told them and left just a couple hours later. So we're excited for a fun day. They're gonna go with Kent, and we're meeting our friends up there, and my friend's husband is going to join forces with Kent, and they're all taking the kids to go do the Pokemon convention. And then my friend and I are going to go thrifting. I haven't been thrifting in so very long. If you look at my channel and look back through videos, it's been quite a while since I've had a thrift haul, because I'm trying to be really good. I'm trying to get my house decluttered and organized, and I'm trying not to bring in stuff until I have my life sorted out. But today doesn't count. Today doesn't count. I have gone to a Goodwill in Vegas before, which was lovely. We don't have Goodwills in Utah, and I have missed them dearly. So I don't know what thrift stores we're gonna end up in today, but I'm along for the ride. And I'm hoping at the end of the vlog, I'm checking in with the thrift haul. We'll see what I find. But look at this side. But we just left Arizona. So third state of the day, and we've only been on the road for an hour. Look at that. We have arrived. Their convention is off of the strip, so they're actually going to be on the strip. I don't know where my friend and I are going to go, so we'll probably be on the outskirts of town, but there are restaurants and casinos and big buildings as far as the eye can see. We're not officially on the strip yet, but we are in the town. And look, can you see the snow on the mountain back there? That's kind of fun. It's the next day and we're back from our adventure. It was such a great day. It felt so good to be in the car adventuring with my family. It's something we really love doing, but with my son's recent health diagnosis, we've kind of taken a break from doing that and have been really cautious about stuff that we are doing when we're away from hospitals or our cell phones are not working. So it was a pretty big deal for us to get to go and do that yesterday. And I'm happy to report everything was smooth. Nothing catastrophic. Everybody was happy. It was just like all around a great day. The kids had a really good time. I think in my last clip I said it was a Pokemon convention. Not that it matters, but it was a card trading convention. aka I would have been like really bored if I did that, but anybody could take any kind of cards, like sporting cards or gaming cards, and they could swap them and people were buying cards. It was just a card day. I'm so glad that my friend offered to cart me around to go thrifting with her while all of the kids and the guys were doing the card convention together, because I know that was a lot more fun than looking at a bunch of cards I know nothing about. I would have done it. I would have done it and I would have made the best of it, but thrifting trumps, you know? Okay, I'm gonna show you what I picked up. I did pretty good. I didn't go too crazy, but I definitely have the itch to go back out to Vegas and thrift more, so maybe there'll be more videos of that in the future, but let's look at what I got. All right, this vase. Isn't that color fabulous? Oh my gosh, I love those colors together, and the pattern. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but it was really unique and kind of funky looking, so I grabbed it. It was $4.99. I saw so many mercury glass pieces yesterday, and I'm so proud of myself for not grabbing more of them. I'm a sucker for stars and mercury glass. I just can't help myself, but this one was pretty unique, and I don't have a piece like this. This was also $4.99. Can you see the detail on it? Let me see if I can get it to focus. There you go. It's so pretty. I said I like mercury glass and stars. I showed you the mercury glass. Look at what else I found. A star, and not just any star, a beautiful star. This was $4.99. It's gonna live on a shelf somewhere. I will give it a good home. It needs to be cleaned, but it's so pretty. I'm in the middle of decorating for spring and summer, so the house is a mess. But while I'm showing you the thrifted stuff, I want to show you where some of the things are ending up. And you're gonna have to come back. I think it's gonna be ready next week. We're going to do I never know how the video is going to turn out, but most likely a 2-part spring decorate and then a spring haul of how everything turns out. So stay tuned for that, so you're kind of seeing what's going on. But I wanted to show you where some of my treasures are ending up, at least where they are right now, because if you like to decorate, you know, you just fiddle and move things around. But here's the star. I got her all cleaned up. She is shiny and beautiful. And then I put the vase right here. For right now, we'll see. I don't know. That is not going to be there. That's just, it's just holding all the things right now. But I love the orange. It's just kind of funky and fun. This is kind of throwing me off. Let's move that out of the way. I think that's going to be really cute. So come back for the tour and see if it stays here. I don't know. Maybe it will. If you're a thrifter, do you have a thrifting wish list? Let me know down below, what are some of the items that you have on your thrifting wish list? My wish list is forever growing. It's always being added to, and it's always so exciting when I find things off of that list. Recently, I shared a video how I stumbled upon a hoard of Martha Stewart magazines for free, and that was actually an item from my thrifting wish list that I'd hoped to find at a thrift store, and I found the jackpot and didn't pay a penny for it. So that's like really amazing. I'm about to share something else that's been on my thrifting wish list for years, and I found it when we were thrifting in Vegas. Do you know what this is? Okay, you hang this on your wall. You put a candle here and it reflects the light from the candle. I have wanted to thrift these for years and years and years and years. Never find them at thrift stores, not even one. Now, I wish there were two, but beggars can't be choosers, so I'm really excited to have one. It does kind of alter where I'm going to put it. I had a specific place in mind when I imagined being able to thrift these some days. When I started my hunt a few years ago for some of these cuties, this is what I was envisioning. One here and then one down on this side. I hang pictures from these, which I like, but I thought this would look really cool and bring a little extra light to the bookshelves. I love those lamps that you can put in between your books. Have you seen those? You like put a piece of marble or whatever it is, and then it has the lamp that comes out. But I am too stingy with the little space that I have to give any real estate to that particular setup. So this was what I thought would be a great workaround for it, but I need a second one to go there. So I'm gonna do that Google search and see if I can find it. And if not, we'll find a different place for it. What? All right, on this website, it says that it's $57. No. But honestly, while I've been looking for them, I have looked on eBay and stuff a few times, and they are about that price when you find them on eBay, which is why I have not purchased one yet. Oh, here's a set of 3 for $50. I don't need 3, but honestly, that would give me 2 for the bookshelves, and then I would have this left over for another set that I could use maybe upstairs. Okay, do they have, oh, there isn't an offer option. How much is shipping? Shipping is decent. Let's go into eBay. Okay, maybe this is a better, okay, there's one for $35. It kind of is painful whenever you paid $1. Would I pay $1.99, $1.50? $1.99 for it. Gosh, look at how pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know if it's focusing on my phone or not. That is so pretty. Excited. Look at how it makes it look like there's 3 candles in there, but it's just the one in the center. Love it. But hers is $125. Okay. So, okay. We have options. Stay tuned. In another vlog, maybe you'll see what happens. Maybe it brings a buddy, maybe it doesn't, you know? When I shared my Martha Stewart hoard with you guys, I mentioned that I'd really hoped to thrift Martha Stewart magazines at some point and never come across them. Well, guess what I came across? Guess what I came across? Not one, there were 4 there. I just left with this one. I wasn't sure if I had the other ones, but I knew for sure I did not have this one. This was $2.99, so it wasn't free like all of my other ones, but that's still a really good deal. If you look these up on eBay, they're $10+, sometimes as much as $20, which is crazy when you look at how much they were sold for originally. This one's marked at $4.75, and when I've looked through all of my other magazines, they were about $4.99. Even the special editions that are really thick, they were under $8. Why are magazines so expensive now? Gosh, they're so steep. They're almost more than a book. Speaking of books, you see what I did there? Look what I got. Books. I got books. I won't bore you with all of them. They're just books for the kids. And they were reasonably priced. We do not have a used bookstore in town, which is so sad. I really miss having used bookstores around. And the book collection at thrift stores is not the best. So I was very excited to go and peruse the bookshelves at the Goodwill and the Savers. They had a pretty good collection with some good titles. Now, the candle wall sconce that I showed you is my most favorite, but I did find something else that I would say is like top 2, and I forgot to share it with you. So we can't let that happen. Before we move on to clothes, let me show you this. I have it in my arms. It's really big, so I need to move you down, but I found this awesome blanket. I love the colors in it, and it is so big you could actually use this to cover up if you wanted to. I feel like a lot of times when you find these at thrift stores, the yarn is all scratchy and they're so tiny, so I just use them as layering pieces if I find one that I like the pattern or the color. But this one, it would be an awesome blanket to cuddle up with. But do you see how huge this thing is? It's massive, and it was $8.99, which I think is a great deal. Here is where the Afghan, is that what they're called? The Afghan blanket? I think that's what they're called, but here's where it ended up. I actually have been on Instagram polling everybody on pillow options. This pillow cover is losing, but this is the one that I like. Let me show you the one that everybody's voting on. Don't mind the beeping. There's massive construction going on behind my house. You're gonna hear about that in upcoming vlogs also. Okay. So I started off with this one. This one's winning by a landslide on the poll on Instagram. I don't know, I just kind of like how funky this one is. And I like the blue with the blue blanket, like the blue and these flowers, how it picks up the blue and the blanket. It's almost perfect. And the blanket looks so cute on the chair. My little guy Carson actually told me to put it there, and it was a great spot. Picks up the blue over there. There's something on the coffee table behind me, which you'll see in the spring Decorate With Me, that has bits of blue in it too, so it kind of carries the blue around the room. So I'm not sure which one I'm gonna go with, because most of y'all on Instagram are telling me not this one. So stay tuned for the spring Decorate With Me and the tour to see which one. But I just wanted to show you where the blanket ended up. We're gonna move over to the table. I have all the clothing items that I thrifted. We're gonna flip through those together quickly. Clothing is a little boring, but I do think it's kind of fun to see what people can find at a thrift store. And I was really hoping to find some spring and summer stuff for my boys, and they're set. They need a few more tops, but they're set in the short department. But let me show you what I found. Let's start with my pile first. Nothing crazy, but still some fun things for spring and summer. And just a little tip in case you're not one who thrifts clothes very often, go up a size, 2 sizes, 3 sizes, go down a size. You can experience with sizing when you're at the thrift store because it's not expensive. And a lot of times the clothing hangs differently depending on the sizes that you choose. And as we know, all companies make different sizes, and most of these pieces have been washed several times, so they may have shrunk. So don't be afraid to kind of visit other sections within the thrift store. Even the men's department, I have found some really cute stuff in the men's department. Okay. Up first, these glasses, I got them for the summertime for the pool. I love wearing plastic frames like this when I'm swimming. The lenses are gonna get trashed by water droplets, but that's okay, because I thrifted them. They actually had 2 other pairs like this, and I probably should have picked them up so that I have backups for the whole summer, but that's okay. This sweater vest is so cute. I love the color and the pattern. I don't know what you would call that because I don't know anything about what is crocheting, knitting, I don't know, but I thought it was pretty. And it's Jessica Simpson, which is kind of funny. I don't seek out her clothing, but lately I've bought several pieces of hers. I've just, you know, liked something and realized it was Jessica Simpson after the fact. Girl's having a moment. She's doing the thing. My favorite jeans right now that I love are Jessica Simpson. This is Jessica Simpson. There's something else in this pile that is also Jessica Simpson, so that's cool. This is just a basic tee, but I love thrifting stuff like this because it's cheaper and why not? So layering pieces, tank tops, t-shirts. I'm pretty hard on them because I wear them so often and wash them quite frequently. And they're usually not the thickest, best quality, so they don't last forever. So why not pay a couple bucks for it when you can? I was excited about this top, and this is a double XL, so that's bigger than what I would wear, but I thought it would be cute if it was oversized with a messy tuck. And I love so many details about this shirt, how it has this navy piping down the side, and how the sleeves have that navy piping on the inside, so whenever they kind of flare up after you wash them a few times, you would see that navy piping. And the back has a bow, which is so cute. Isn't that cute? So I think this should fit pretty oversized, which I think will look cute with some shorts tucked in with a chunky kind of brown belt and some slides. And this is another Jessica Simpson piece, which is also very oversized, but these linen shirts that kind of have the boxy fit, I think they look really good when they're oversized. And it was in perfect shape, but there's no staining on it at all, which is kind of hard to find with white stuff from a thrift store. So yay for that. Even if I just toss it over my swimsuit with some shorts. And then I thought these jeans were really cute. The Jessica Simpson ones that I was telling you about, they look just like these and I love them, so I thought I would grab these. Okay, let me show you the boys. We'll flip through their stuff really quick. They have a lot. This is Weston's pile. He's my oldest, so lots of good shorts for him. My son is really into anime and manga, so I don't think he loves this one, but I think he's okay with it. He'll be excited that I found this for him. T-shirt, another t-shirt. All right, one last piece for my older guy, and my family just walked in the door, so you're gonna hear them fussing about in the background. But these are for Weston, and let's look at Carson's stuff. Carson, do you wanna see what I got you? I'm gonna go quick, okay? This t-shirt, look at this one.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
It looks kind of big though.
Yeah. Ashley picked this one out for you.
That's cool.
Yeah. This one's cool. Ashley picked this one out too.
I like that one.
And this awesome Adidas sweatshirt. That's nice, right?
Yeah.
Super nice. Do you want to see your shorts?
Yeah.
Comfy shorts. These might be too big for you. Maybe these go to Weston. Some black shorts.
Like
and then these dry fit shorts. This is the part of thrifting clothes that I don't always love, you know? You gotta cut all these tags off and wash everything. I'm fine with washing it, but cutting the tags off takes forever, especially when you get a lot of stuff. I definitely got my oldest way too many pairs of shorts. I was obviously very excited to find so many things for him, but that's okay, he'll use them. Weston's looking through his clothes and he found his one-piece shirt and was like, yeah, I don't really like it, but it's still really cool. I told you, he's not a big one-piece fan, but I thought he would still like having this shirt. You think it's for Carson? Do you like one-piece? Yeah. It fits you.
He likes one-piece a little better than Weston does.
Okay.
Weston's an anti-one-piece.
You want that shirt?
I'm not strictly anti-one-piece, but...
All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me today while we went on our little mini adventure and allowing me to show you some of my thrifting goodies. Go down below and let me know if you have a thrifting wish list. What are some of your top items on your wish list? I would love to know. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.